getting things dialed in. We've got a different show for you tonight than usual. We'll do a roll call in a little bit, and then we'll bring our guests in. Some of you guys already know what's going on because you follow very closely. Chuck GRC 200 driver, P51, Spencer Keith, Brian Chambers, Victor Shameless, Top Dogs, what's up, y'all? George Watts, Kevin Trappin, William Regita, Eric Tennant. I can hear myself.
Got a different show for you tonight.
Hold on a minute. We'll
do a roll call.
Shut up, dude.
Bring our guests in. Some of you guys already know.
It was me. Golly. Jeff's Custom, what's happening? So some of you guys know what's going on. We're doing like a 3-day collab. 3-day collab. The weather started getting rough. Hey, it's going to be awesome. Me, Mary Boozers, RC Air Marshal, talking about everybody's favorite stuff. All surface only, all weekend long. We are going to talk about some airplanes, of course, and I'm going to do a little news bit on Horizon Hobby. Some of you guys have noticed that PayPal has not been an option, so I'm going to read my email that I received from them, and some of you guys, I'm sure, received the same email. Airvexed RC, Randy, Kevin Trappin, Bill Andrew, what is up? Jeff's Custom. Mary Boozer in the house, RC Air Marshal. So, yeah, we do a collab weekend. Some of you guys already saw, like at, 7 o'clock, something like that. We released videos on micro crawlers, little axial crawlers, 124 scale, and they're super fun. They're super awesome. And we're going to talk about those tonight. Air Marshal and Wes are going to be on the show with me tonight during my stream. Tomorrow, we're going to be on Wesley's show, talking about the next budget RC we did, which was a boat. And then on Monday, we're going to round it out with Air Marshal, talking about what we call like a little basher or still a budget RC. But some of these guys got like it looks like a Polaris, like a Yeti. And then I've got like a Mini T Racer. And then Air Marshal's going to have to remind me what he got. But yeah, so we'll find out. We've been working really hard to get this all together, and it's been a lot of fun. And I think let me do the little Horizon Hobby bit, and then we'll bring on our guests and start nerding out on these crawlers because they were a lot of fun. And hopefully you guys saw those videos. We released them early on purpose so you would have context and know what it is we were talking about tonight. So let me dial in this email really fast. We'll read about that and then get going. So you guys probably received this email, but this is the answer to the question about PayPal, and I just wanted to do a little news bit on that. Thank you for your patience while we have made major changes to our website and call centers. These and other improvements currently underway are part of our continuing effort to give our customers the world's best RC buying and service experience now and in the future. In order to implement some changes successfully, we must temporarily remove the PayPal and Easy Pay payment options for new orders. During this time, your Easy Pay payment status may not appear on your account profile. If you need to contact us for questions or payments, please use the Contact Us form at the URL, and you can also email us at customersupport@horizonhobby.com. Please put Easy Pay question in the subject of your email. Easy Pay and PayPal will be available for the 2020 holiday season. We apologize for any inconvenience and appreciate your patience as we continue to improve your experience with us. So growing pains from website migration is like a serious hurdle, and that's what's going on. So PayPal will be restored around the holidays. It is kind of a drag. I have all my money in PayPal as well, and then now I have to usually my purchases were my own business. Now I have to kind of involve my wife and then get it back to the account, whatever. So anyway, that's what's up, just in case you were wanting to know. Let's bring on our guests. Lori's producing tonight. Always does a fantastic job. So the Boozers are producing. Air Marshal is with us. Lori's got video queued up so you can see little clips from all of our videos from this crawler. This is our crawler day. Yeah. What's up, guys?
Glad to be here.
Hey!
What's up, guys?
Thanks for having me. It was your idea. Thanks for having me.
Always good to be here on the Pilot Ryan Show. We always have fun. You know, I know most of the names down in your comment section. We've been growing together for forever, and it's awesome to be here.
Thanks. I'm having a good time, and you know it's fun when your buddies make you stretch, right? Like I've used this analogy before, and it's from a Jim Gaffigan joke. But Jim Gaffigan's got a lot of kids. He's a comedian, right? And he's like about to have his fifth kid, and his friends ask him, so what? You've already got 4 kids. What's it like having a fifth? And the answer is, imagine you're drowning, and someone throws you a baby, right? So that's the joke. Well, I kind of felt like that a little bit when these guys said, hey, let's do some other videos that are a little bit one-off and have some fun with this. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm a good sport, and these guys are great. And I think some of you guys have noticed that I've been into Surface a little bit lately, but boy, those are some big investments sometimes, especially if you're not sure you're into it. So there's no better way to wet your whistle on the Surface side of things than with these little mini crawlers, which are like super fun, super relaxing. I really urge you to watch all of our videos. I'll tell you this, the description is built out for tonight's show with the Boozer's channel, Dave's channel, links to the products that they're using, and links to the product that I'm using. So any resources you might need are already built out into the description. So we're not going to be dropping links in the chat and stuff like that. Just know that it's there, it's available, and watch their videos and my videos when you get a chance. And maybe Lori should roll the video a little bit and we'll start talking about it.
Yeah. Getting it queued up now. There it goes.
Check it before you wreck it. So that's Air Marshal's. That's a clip from Air Marshal's video. Tell us about that one, Air Marshal. Okay, never mind. Wesley, you tell us about that.
Well, they're both the same trucks. So me and Air Marshal have the SCX-10 Chevrolet Silverado pickups. We've been having a lot of fun with them. He got the gray version. I got the green version. There's a little bit of differences in the body and the paintwork. So Air Marshal's there is the gray, and his comes with the KC lights already on top, looking gorgeous. He even has a shot in there of his UMX Dobermans going after it, so it's great. Air Marshal?
And for the full videos, guys, check out the full runs. But yeah, what do you got to say about these, Dave? This was your first crawler experience, right, Dave?
Yeah. I love it. I was absolutely kind of blown away with the build quality for such a small and cost-effective model. I mean, they're like $110, and they're just
ready to run everything.
Yeah, I mean, everything you need is in the box, right? Including the transmitter batteries. It comes with everything. So what's awesome is they took like the SCX-10, which is this big honking crawler, and just like shrunk it down and didn't take any shortcuts at all.
You're right. I actually have an interesting visual to show you guys. And Lori, you can leave the screen the way it is. Shadow Ops, you're nice, man. Thanks. So, the boys have the trucks, right? And then I've got what I like to call the Red Bolt, and it's the miniature version of this, the Deadbolt. So 1/10 scale green, 1/24 scale red. That's what's up. And then I also have the Jeep too, big and little, which I want to show you guys as well because Air Marshal mentioned that. And it really truly is remarkable how dialed in these are and how they put them together, right?
It is amazing. I actually have the big SCX-10 hanging up on the wall also, the bigger version of these cars, but I have a different body on it. And I mean, they're so similar, it's amazing.
It is. So this is dope. And then There's that one.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I have this little thing out on my stone and wood pile, my wood pile is for the big dogs, but these little guys were getting along in there.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, not bad for their size. So yeah, I mean 110. You've got all the suspension. It's like little brother. You know what I mean? It's totally cool. Totally cool.
Yeah, and that's what I love about them is if you can get your tire on it, you can get over it. Like you
For
these
real.
things are almost unstoppable, and they've got a huge amount of flex in the suspension when you consider just how tiny they are. They've got like almost 2 inches of flex in the tiny suspension.
Totally. There's Lori. Hey. And because I do have the yellow Jeep and the red deadbolt, once you hear me say it, it'll make perfect sense. The deadbolt has absolutely no obstructions with the body in the way of the flex or the steering. So that's pretty cool. They're all very capable, but if somebody's really worried about a tighter turn radius, the red bolt deadbolt is the way to go. But fully capable. And Dave, you were telling me that JCB had a cool tip. What was that?
Yeah, it was to take like some grease and put it on the shock shaft because the shocks on these are one area where they couldn't go and make like a miniature version of an oil dampened shock.
Right.
I mean, it just wouldn't make sense at such a small scale. But his suggestion was to take some grease and put it on the shock shaft, which would kind of dampen the shock a little bit and make it where because the one thing about these is the top, they are a little top heavy, so you'll get a little wobbly action in the body because the suspension is so loose. And
That's the only giveaway. I mean, that little jiggle is the only giveaway that they're kind of small. And if, like he says, you put bacon grease or butter or something
Right.
on those shock shafts, it'll kind of exactly without having to oil fill those cylinders for shocks, which they're not able to do. They'll leak all over the place. That's a good. You can kind of see that little jiggle just a little bit, but that's a good fix for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's cool.
And I changed a little piece on mine too. So if you guys don't want to do body clips, just to reiterate, they come with body clips. There's nothing wrong with them. But if you like that clean look, I just used a little Velcro and Velcroed it because these come hinged. I mean, it's super slick how they designed these. I just put a little Velcro right here though, and the body just sticks down now, and you can click it in, and I mean you can hold it from the Velcro.
JC, that's a good one, Boozer. JCB says coat the inside of the shock tube lightly. Mike Keller in the house. What's up? Good to see you. Kevin Trappin talking about knuckleheads. What's up? Must be my favorite dude. Spencer Keith says this is an airplane show. See ya. Okay.
We do it all. If they haven't learned by now, we do it all. We love it all. If it's RC, we want to do it.
It's not that I won't talk about planes.
Right.
Somebody bring one up.
Or helicopters.
Talk about it.
Hint, hint. In the future for me.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. I saw him in here a minute ago, old Buddy RC. Yeah, I've got some
Buddy RC, what's up?
I got some OMP helicopters coming right now, so that'll be interesting.
110 Kevin Trappin. And we got everybody's links in the description. So if you like Wesley's truck, his link is in the description. Same with Air Marshal and same with the Red Bolt. Or I don't think Old Yellow's in stock, so you have to buy the white and gray little Jeep if you're after the Jeep. Right. So Matthew Smiley, I have not flown any FPV wings. Buddy RC in the house. Dana's RC, yep, 110. Don't go, Spencer.
Hang out.
So, yeah, man, we'll keep it short. We'll get through this crawler stuff, and that's what we're doing this weekend. Is going to be some surface. Tomorrow's going to be boats. I mean, what in the world? You guys see my intro yet, Wesley and
I
Dave?
have. What am I doing? I never do boats.
Oh man, in the middle of the night, I did it 5 times. It's always the last take is the one I keep. I don't even watch the first ones.
This video going right now on the screen, I plop it right there. I will say, these little guys are resilient. I've plopped them over off of couches and off of stumps and all kinds of stuff. These little crawlers are tough. And they weigh so little it doesn't scratch them or nothing when you do accidentally roll them.
Oh yeah,
Right.
and if
they
you're
can
worried
take
about
they can take big attacks from small dogs.
Yep.
let me see, George, I take care of you. Hold on.
All right. So, Air Marshal, do you have your truck sitting
What's
there?
that?
You haven't held it up for us once.
It's because I'm a loser.
What the heck?
George, that's it, and it's ready to run. Comes with this, and it's just a little bit smaller than my like legit DX5C.
I will say the controller feels good in quality in your hands, even.
It's yeah, and there's your trim tabs and all that business under the lid. Actually, if you watch Air Marshal's video, it's super comprehensive. Like he'll tell you how many screws, how many threads, what the millimeters are,
Yeah,
where
because
they were made.
it's what I do.
You know, it's part of being the receiver guy.
Yeah.
So
You get used to making videos that are so in depth about receivers, you forget to have fun in the video.
no, it's okay. It's cool. Anybody wonders what they get, they know. I mean, Dave will tell you the mill of the clear plastic that's in between the box and the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is 0.3, by the way.
Kevin
I'm just kidding.
Trappin,
I have no
red,
idea what it is.
red deadbolts in stock. Get it while it's hot. I'm telling you, this surface stuff is going
It
faster
is.
than air stuff these days. Gav Street 13, what is up?
Hey, real quick, Gav Street 13. That kid, I got to watch him fly at the event I was at last weekend. He is 14 years old, and he is one heck of a pilot. So super shout out.
He better be 14 or he's got to beat
That's
it.
right. He's 14. I've seen him in person. But
Okay.
he is one heck of a good pilot, and he's a super supporter of the RC community. Loves you, loves everybody to do with RC. So
Good to have you, man.
I just wanted
Good
to
to
say
have you.
super
Keep
shout
it
out
up.
for that guy. He's a great kid.
Keep it up. It's a great outlet. I tell you, there's nothing else. You guys, some of you guys know how much we really actually work on this stuff. There's no way you could do it if it wasn't just super awesome
True.
and like fun and like what a great release.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred, I hear you. You know, the truth of the matter is, for me, I was editing 2 hours before showtime still.
Oh man, poor Lori today. She's been editing like crazy too.
to get turned around on this one. So yeah, no slow-mos. I didn't get any worked into this one, but I was glad to run mine in like 4 different areas kind of. I'm pumped about what's the job, right? To show what the thing can do a little bit, and it could be raining, snow, and blizzard. Like 3 out of 4 of my locations were in the house.
I have to say, my favorite location from you was the kids' room. I thought that was
Right,
great.
the room.
Running it through all the toys, that was fantastic.
That was my Toy Story segment. I felt like that was my
That was perfect.
Toy Story stuff, and the audio was cut. I don't know if you noticed, but like a bunch of bricks fell down on the yellow one.
Yeah.
Well, Maris, my little one, 3.5, she made the thing the red one did.
Mhm.
The deadbolt went and ran this little course that she made it. She's 3.5, and she had this tower thing. And she didn't want anybody to run her course but Dad. And I was like, well, you got to let Rafi run it when I get done running Red Bolt. And she didn't want anybody to knock that down. And so when I got done running the red one, and then it's time for Rafi to run yet the yellow one, I had all my kids running those trucks. The baby, my middle daughter, my boy, and myself. Well, of course, Rafe went right for the tower, and all those bricks fell on the truck.
Of course.
And there's music playing in the video, or you would hear someone getting their head yelled off. She was mad at Big Brother. Oh, so I cut it out. You know what I mean? Obviously. Anyway.
Hey,
yeah, the toy room was cool.
You know, the cool thing about these to me, though, is you can put these in a kid's hands and not worry about them tearing them up.
Not at all. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done more to them than the kids have in the way of harm.
Right.
You know, I'm the fool on the tape bridge, or the, you know, back here behind me, like they're all falling off the table. And I think one thing that's also fun is like being a kid again. Like you really get a release with these. Listen, I love airplanes, guys. I always will. They're going to be my number one forever.
Yeah, me too.
But I cannot fly them in my backyard. And sometimes I want to do RC right now and not drive 20 minutes. Right. And so I'm a 46-year-old man who's got plenty to carry, but I'll sit under a pine tree and crawl a little tiny 124 scale truck with my 3.5-year-old. Like all that stuff I did in the dirt, I'm under a tree. I'm sitting under a tree, barely can get out of it. and I would never do that any other way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I get it completely. And these things are, I mean, for what they are, the scale details, they've got lights. Let's see here. Can I turn them on? Hey, there we go.
I will.
Check it out.
You got it?
They come with lights. I mean, man, they're sweet for what they are. Yeah.
And, you know, I want to plug mine into, because they're so cool.
Right.
I know, right?
Just drive it all over the place.
I'm going to run my trucks. I'm going to do this right now.
Yeah.
Do it.
We'll see here.
I'll do it right now, dudes. Hold on.
Here we go. This is the fun of these little trucks. You can crawl anywhere. And let's see. I need something to crawl over. Here's a battery.
A whole pile of batteries.
Oh, they're coming. But no problem.
I guess you can't see very good, but...
Hey, wait, Lori, let's zoom in on Ryan for a second. Hang on, we can do it, Ryan. We got Lori running the magic tonight.
All right.
We're gonna get you zoomed in. Give us a second. Set up my crawler course while you're doing that.
I can't hear you. I got this. There we go.
She's getting it set up right now.
All right. Yeah, just real quick. Why
not? Right? Here we go. All right. Jumping in. Full screen Ryan.
Okay. All right. I'll sit back. There it is. We're going to go with the red bolt. You ready?
Ready.
And guys who don't know crawlers don't understand that it's all about as slow as you can go.
Technical. Get technical here.
I've never been so nervous in my life.
You're just crawling live for everybody right now. No big deal.
He's Ryan on the spot.
Uh-oh. What? Oh. Save it, bro. You can't crash on the deadbolt with the red bolt.
Uh-oh. That's going to be trouble.
Oh, he's got it. Oh!
Hey, I caught it on the one hop. That's a baseball player right there. I caught it on the one hop, y'all. Let's see if I can get across the bridge, and then we'll get back to you guys.
All right. I can... Hey, Laura, let's zoom in a little bit. Let's get on that bridge. He's going to go for the tape bridge. Can we do that? Holy cow, somebody just crashed something. Here we go. No pressure, Ryan. Everybody's watching right now.
Look at that flex. Can you see that flex?
Here comes the hard part. Going down the tires. Tongue's hanging out. We're getting serious. You guys that haven't had one of these mini crawlers yet, you have no idea the concentration going right now.
And the smile going right now.
The technical spot. He got it! Got it!
All right. That was sick. I love it. That was great.
But yeah.
Seriously. I mean, so fun.
It is. I'm going to drive mine right here.
Do it.
Right up on the batteries.
I'm really just as impressed at my one-hop grab, too, as everything. The one-hop grab was pretty sick. Gotta say.
I love them. You can make a course out of nothing and just play with them right here inside. No big deal.
Good times.
Yeah, and it's not about just running over it super fast. You can do that real easy.
No, that's too easy.
It's about going slow, scale.
Picking your line, picking your line, all that stuff.
Good time.
Because that's really where it's at, is choosing your line.
Yeah, so I also set up a little pile of mountain of smart batteries that I'm about to run over with my dump truck.
Here we go. Can we get the zoom on the... let's see if we can get a zoom real quick. All right. No pressure here, but if you screw this up, everybody's watching you. So Lori's getting...
It'll be all right. I have faith.
Lori's getting you set up right now. Give her a second here.
Nice.
But
where's Axial when you need him?
Right?
We should have invited him.
All right. No pressure. Here we go.
All right, Dave.
Show us what you're made of, bro. If you roll it over, everybody's watching.
Uh-oh. It's not looking good. I need more power.
Save it, bro. Put it in high mode.
That's what I just did.
He's
so much for picking your line.
Well, he's never run that course.
That's right. This is a new course. Oh, it's up.
Oh no, I had it.
Man, I didn't even know there were speeds on this thing. I've been running high speed the whole time.
Yeah, there's 3 speeds on the top. I like to keep it in the low mode if I'm just cruising around.
Oh.
I should do low mode. I wouldn't have to be so precise.
Oh, I'm on like the cables on the other side of the batteries.
Oh. Don't wrap it up. That'd be bad.
Oh, come on. You got this, old man.
Get it.
Get it? Oh, it looks like it's getting ready. Oh, man.
Tumble wumble.
Oh, good times.
So I don't know how many of you guys watch Kenny's show, and if you do, I apologize for him. But when he won that little SCX 24 from Chuck G, I think it was, we already had these sitting around getting ready to do this. I knew already how much fun he was going to be having, because we've been having fun with these.
Oh, they're awesome.
Oh, Randy says Dave had one too many wobbly pops to do this. That Yeti looks awesome.
Dude, I love this thing. Guys, you're going to have to wait a little bit, but this thing's awesome.
I think they're back in stock, too.
Actually, speaking of this, though, Lori has officially claimed it. She loved this thing. She was like, I've had more fun with this little truck than I've had with a lot of stuff lately. So...
It's crazy, man. I mean, especially when you find stuff that will take a beating and keep on. You know, one thing I love my bashers. I really do. It's an like an aggro way for me to like release and relax. And then the crawlers are just totally chill. And crawlers are great for me when I don't feel like fixing something. Because if I go bashing, I mean, I'm getting where I don't have to fix very much, and I'm having sessions where I don't have to fix anything. But a lot of times you do,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't rest until I fix it. If it's sitting around broke, I really need to fix it, and I should probably be editing videos. So, I got that big Outcast, and the only thing I've had to fix is those the bottom of the shocks, those little eyelets. Man, I've broke 3 or 4 of them. And
She has not
weird.
been gentle on the little Yeti. She was jumping it. We set up a jump. She was jumping it. The dog was chasing it, and the little thing just takes it. So
I can't wait to see the video, dude.
Tomorrow,
I might get one.
Monday. Let's see. Try to keep them all straight.
Dude.
But yeah, she's been having a ball with that one. And out of all the little toys we got, that one was her favorite. Now, the boats we've actually had a lot of fun with too. So,
does your boat have a propeller, or is it the jet?
Mine does have a propeller.
Okay, mine too.
So,
and you guys will see those videos tomorrow. Yeah. And I had a good time with what I got, and we'll talk about the boats tomorrow, right?
Gotta tease a little, right?
Yeah, tease it a little bit, and because of the propeller, I would snag up in the weeds a little bit.
I did too a few times.
It was worth it, and I hope. We'll save it for tomorrow.
Yeah. We can't give away all the goods.
We'll save it for tomorrow because I could dive deep into the value proposition, but. So this will be tomorrow's going to be boats, and Monday's going to be our. So Wesley has the Yeti. I've got the Lozy Mini T. Dave, what do you got?
I've got the Team Associated. It is a little 1/24th scale
short course.
It is a 1/28 scale short course truck.
Dude,
this thing is tiny.
It looks awesome. Though.
Like in the palm of your hand.
I will say the price on Dave's is amazing.
Isn't it like $60?
$50, yeah, like $50-$60, something like that.
And all this stuff is ready to run.
It's the ultimate animal chaser.
And all this is ready to run, right? I mean,
everything we've got over the next 3 days is ready to run, guys. You get the batteries, you get the controllers, everything. And I think everything's under $150. Maybe your boat.
All of it, yeah.
Isn't.
Yeah, I think my boat might push 170, 180. I can't remember.
Right. But he did get a bad man jamma.
Yeah, I did. It's actually, you can see it.
It's hiding back there.
And honestly, if I had a trailer, like for my Red Cat Orange Gen 8, like pulling that orange Stealth Wake would be almost too good to be true.
Now, I have a question. Guys, now that we're all here and we all have our trucks, what connectors do all of your trucks use? Are they all the same on your batteries?
Yeah.
So if a guy got the same, got all 4 of these, they the same connectors on all?
Yeah.
It's like the E-Flight plug.
It's those white plugs.
Yeah, it's like the E-Flight plug.
It charges on the the balance lead.
Right. But I will say mine actually charges pretty quick off of the stock charger. I was surprised.
Yeah, little USB charger. Yeah. It's good enough for these. And somebody asked earlier, and I'm sorry I didn't answer. The run times are like, man, super long.
10 or 15 minutes, maybe 20.
I haven't charged mine but one time since I got it, and I just plugged it into my Spectrum Smart Charger, and I'm at 385 a cell, and we've probably ran ours a solid 15-20 minutes by now on just playing with it. So, I mean, the run times are substantial on these little crawlers.
All that work that I did on mine, both of them, me and the kids and everything, and you obviously you didn't see it all. I finally ran out of battery when I was in the dirt under the tree.
Right.
So I've charged them up one other time, and I'm still on that. And I messed around all night last night, little bit today, and I'm still on the same charge. And I'll check it.
There you go.
Right now.
Stick her in the smart charger. Check her.
Well, I don't. That's I think still in the car. I went and flew a little bit today, just off camera. I didn't have long.
I will
I
say
had to do
the
these videos.
charger takes maybe 45 minutes, but for the included one, that's not bad.
Yeah,
So
for the
out
included one.
of all my running, which I ran a bunch last night and today also, I'm at 379s. So I'm telling you, you get plenty of time out of these.
Oh, yeah.
Cody, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
Cody Adair.
Oh, we got Cody in the house. What's up, Cody? How you doing?
We're doing a 3-day collab weekend video release extravaganza.
Well, now that Cody's a pilot, we can call him Captain Cody.
Oh,
Captain Cody.
What's
better-
up, man?
Better than Captain Crunch, I suppose.
I don't think I was going to put this battery in the back of my truck, but she looks like a lowrider trying to carry my battery
I tell
out.
you what, go hang out at Lowe's for a little while, and you'll see a lot of folks pulling away looking like that.
All right. So hopefully you guys will be able to see this with me being like at quarter screen, but you know, being the super RC like nerd that I am,
We can make you bigger.
You don't need to make me bigger. They'll be able to see this. So here's the battery that came with the SCX24. It's a flat 2S LiPo pack, and it's got, you know, this little bitty JST plug that plugs into the ESC, and it's got a standard balance plug. And here is the battery that came with the boat that has this funky thing that plugs into the ESC, and it's got a standard 2S balance plug. So what most people, maybe you know this, maybe you don't, the balance leads are all wired straight. They're just straight taps into the battery. And while you do not want to discharge through the balance leads, you can charge through the balance leads at like a low current. Sorry, my dogs are going crazy. He's probably getting chased by the cat or something. So what I did, being Mr. Ultra Geek, is I made this little guy where I can, you know, using adapters that I have and that a lot of us have, I can take this adapter and plug it into the balance lead. All right, and then I just extended that where I can plug that into the balance port of the charger. And I've also got a JST connector where I can charge the battery through the balance port, which is how the chargers that they come with are charging them. They're charging them through the balance port. And I can plug it into a JST lead that I can plug into adapters or whatever where you can charge JST batteries. So I have been charging these on my S1100 smart charger, and they charge in about 30 minutes.
Nice.
You know, but I'm not pushing them either. I'm not charging them at like 5C.
Right.
So those, you remember the one weird looking charge lead that used to come? You would get it to charge the batteries for stuff like...
it reminds me of the UMX planes.
Yeah, like the UMX, like little F-16 and stuff like that. You would get these... Well, that'll work, right? I mean...
I think you're
not.
correct. I think this is the UMX battery leads.
I think I got one.
So this
but I
one
can't
might
remember.
be like the one... This one is the UMX 1S, the bigger version of it, of like the 1S battery lead. So like the one that's on like the UMX Turbo Timber is smaller than this still. But yeah, that would be the same one that they use on UMX planes.
Because
the
it
one
was like a weird kind of, and you can tell me what that was, because it had like the charge lead and the balance lead in what looked like some weird kind of series looking configuration, right? I mean,
Right.
I have one of those. So will that work for these?
It should.
I mean, I'm happy with the USB stuff. At this point now, I got so many of these little micro things that I've got these USB things just laying all over the place.
I keep all mine up in the corner of my charging bench. But it is nice that they left that USB port on the, what is it, the S1100? One of the smart chargers now has a USB port on it.
The S2100 has a USB port on it.
So that's what I've been rocking to charge all these little ones with.
Are you kidding me?
Nuh-uh, yeah. It's right here.
Ryan needs to learn from the Air Marshal.
Yeah, the 2100. Yeah, so I've been rocking the 2100.
Hey, if you review those chargers they send you, you would know this.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you talking about the power supply?
No, that's the S2100.
That's the only one I don't have.
Has the USB ports on it, so you can charge all your little stuff off of the charger.
Son of a
biscuit
pickled potato.
I also did the longer balance lead things. They sell these at Horizon Hobby. Definitely worth picking up if you get the
because
smart chargers.
The leads are short on the smart packs.
And I guess this is
this
is a little bit of a side note, real quick, but I have this question all the time, and I want to ask it answer it for these guys real quick. But if you get a smart charger, you can get this little adapter. Horizon sells it, and then you get the bullet
for bananas.
Yeah, you get the bananas. So you guys that have been running, your
BANANAS.
Yeah, your XT60s or whatever, and you want to be able to charge them on your smart charger, these just plug in your standard balance or your standard leads. Dave hooked me up with this, and now you can plug any kind of...
I got that.
Yeah, you can get any kind of battery you want and plug it into your smart charger. So, dude, guys, no joke, this charger is my favorite charger. The 2100, I use this thing like crazy.
Yeah, I love that.
You get 2 ports. If you have this adapter, you can use all your old stuff.
So I got this is for my smart charger. And then just like Wesley said, you got the banana, BANANAS, females.
Mm-hmm.
And then run whatever.
Right.
Like this is JST.
Right.
But that I've cut open and modified so I can charge a 2-wire servo lead transmitter battery because I'm like completely Sanford and Son. And then I unplug it, and so I got wire nuts on this one. And then wire nuts. And then that's my XT60. And this came off of, I think, an old Hobby King battery that went bye-bye. And so I hate soldering so bad. So I just cut it.
And used wire nuts.
Wire nuts. Tape it up for safety. Smack it up, flip it, and rub it down.
Yeah. And guys, if you're running the smart packs, you don't have to worry about any of this. But if you're not, and I've still got a bunch of regular packs, this is where this part comes in. I get asked all the time, can I charge my regular batteries on a smart charger? If you got that one piece, you can use all your old leads and charge anything you want on it. And I love my smart chargers. I have all of them now. I have one of each.
I have most of them except that one, and I'm mad.
Dude, but you got to get the 2100.
Really.
It's awesome.
I'm not mad, but I have the 1100, 1500, 1200 power supply, and then the little S150s, which are like, I'm not going to
I've got the power supply and the stuff too. Loving them so far. And it's just from using them that I learned that. And Dave was like, dude, why are you trying to look for USB chargers? It's on the side of your charger. I was like,
I have not used my old chargers since I got these.
Mine are sitting over here off the corner. I love these new smart chargers. And Dave talked me into this one too. Once again, down the rabbit hole, but a battery discharger. This is the smart, well, it's not smart. This is the ISDT charger. Dude.
Might as well be.
It's pretty SMRT.
But this will kill
It is compatible with smart batteries. It is
compatible. And you can see I had my 6S killer on here. I can kill a 6S 5000 to storage from full in less than 10 minutes.
Hey, if you want me to kill a 6S pack, just let me put it in the Havoc.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, fly it right into the ground. No, but no joke. I want to give this a plug. This has been my favorite thing I've got all year. As silly sounding as it is, but you come back from a show and you know how this is, and you bring a whole bunch of packs home. Dude, I killed all my packs that I had left over this weekend in less than an hour to storage with this thing. And I don't have the links. Ryan's got an Amazon store. If you want to get one of these, they're only available on the Amazon store. So, Amazon.com, through Pilot Ryan link.
Unless you want to wait for a couple of weeks to get it from Banggood.
Right. Get it from Pilot Ryan's Amazon store. I'm going to say it right now. It's an ISDT charger. Or discharger.
I'll have to discharger. I'll have to put that on. Now you can go to the Amazon store
and look for it.
And find it. Search
that
it out.
That thing is fantastic.
But
sorry to go down a rabbit hole there, guys.
No, it's absolutely
no joke.
So I just put in the chat what the name of
right.
it is. If you want to go look for it on Amazon, like click on Pilot Ryan's Amazon link, search for that, buy it.
There you go.
Good to go.
I don't have an Amazon store, guys. Get it from Ryan. You heard it here. It's one of my favorite tools right now, and I can't shout it out from the rooftops high enough how much I'm happy with that. Or get it from Dave, whatever.
Yeah. You know, I gotta say, I probably ought to get one of those too. I did set up the auto discharge on a handful of my smart batteries, but I gotta tell you, I kind of want to be in charge. Like if I want to leave them charged for way too long, I want to be able to.
And I guess I'm the opposite. I set mine up all for 72-hour discharge. See, I didn't.
Well, I'm at 48, and I'll charge them up, and then I don't get a fly, and the next weekend comes around, I got to charge them up again.
See, and mine were all dead.
I mean, it's cool. It is cool. I'm getting used to it, and I have a whole lot of batteries, but I'm getting to where I really just use. I'm not shilling for them, man. This is the truth. I don't care, but I'm loving them.
Me too.
They're easy. They all work with the chargers well, and if you set up auto discharge, you're good to go. And I need to be safe about it. I've been doing this too long.
Love mine.
So
there you go. There's my wall of them.
I'm not even gonna flex my stack of smart
I
packs.
love these things. I'm not saying this because they're sending us stuff or whatever. I have to agree with you. I love my smart packs. Plug it in. It already knows what it is. It's set up to charge it correctly. I just plug it in, hit go, forget about it, and it does it. I love it.
I have 3 smart packs out of this pile that were sent to me that I didn't get for myself. I mean, they're awesome.
They are. I'm working on a deal right now with one of our guys in the chats. He's going to buy a bunch of my old packs, and I'm going to turn around and go full smart now. I love it that much. I really do. I believe in putting my money where my mouth is, and when something's good, you got to rock it. And it's great. I love it. The whole smart system. I wasn't as sold on it until I had it here in front of me, and I've been using it. And the smart system, no joke, guys, I love it. I can't go back now. I'm going to go full smart on everything.
Yep, you're going to have to cut off all those XT90s.
Right.
And XT60s.
I have noticed that. In better news,
I know, right?
I may be ahead of you, sir.
I hate soldering.
Did you get a big bag of IC connectors? Nice.
I'm already ahead of you. So, yeah, I'm dead serious about going full hog on it, so love it.
Dave's RC in the house. What is up, man? Young blood, Hangar 51. He's finally awake after his, marathon deal.
Well, and he had
the
to watch
recovery
his
time
replay.
is crazy. Well, yeah. So the show is enough on on a person, but then the replay is just, 10 times as awful, I'm sure, as the original. I love giving him hell.
And Dave's RC's here, so welcome, Dave. Glad to see you got your ears back from Rich.
Man, that dude should do scuba. He wouldn't need any equipment. None.
I will say one other thing, if I didn't already mention it. These little trucks came with some extra parts too.
Yeah.
You know, and guys, if you get one and you wanted to have the little light bars or the little roll bar, they come with all this stuff. So like Dave's got his on. If you were wondering why I don't have mine, I didn't put it on. I liked it clean.
Yep.
You can get it either way, guys.
So the gray version of the C10 comes with the roll bar with the lights already on it. The green version of the C10 does not have the roll bar on it.
Yep. Nice and clean.
Well,
I'm sure he's going to pick his.
I forgot to
Mine
put
also
my-
has silver
Thanks.
wheels, and his had the black
Thanks,
wheels.
Shadow Ops.
Yeah, and this one's got the black wheels. So this one already has the roll bar with like the hella lights.
And his windows are
awesome.
tinted too, where mine are clear. I just noticed that.
It looks cool, man.
What's
I remember we saw my boy and I
Oh.
were at the hobby shop, and he saw one of these little trucks, and this is before I was even doing. I don't even think I was doing bashers yet, and I definitely wasn't doing crawlers. And he's like, "Man, Dad, I want to get one. I'll buy it." I'm like, nope. And now it's like, let's run them, dude. Let's run them. Dave's RC's talking about how tough his smart packs are. I'll say this. You guys have seen me send my 6S basher trucks.
Definitely.
I am using my Smart 5000 soft batteries in there. And
you really got to get some hard packs.
yeah, I know. But they're taking it.
They're taking
dude.
it.
They're taking it. I'm sending it to the moon, crashing, bashing, and those things are still balanced. They're still charging well.
I will say
They look-
too, man, no puff.
Thanks, Kenny.
No puff at all. I've flown this pack many flights now. I think I probably have 20 flights on this pack, and it's rock solid, man.
Dude, I got my cases busting and all kinds of stuff, and they're still square.
Yeah.
I,
They're nice.
I'm a believer. I like them. I think they're
I
worth
do
the extra
have
money.
the hard case packs for my 8S trucks, and I do have a 2S hard case pack from that Carmen Gia that I actually used in the Granite video I did, because those Granite trucks, if you get the Mega, they come nickel metal, but you can pull the pins on the ESC and run LiPo. And so, but you can't run 3S LiPo on the Mega. Now, if you buy the brushless Granite, you can run 3S and 2S LiPo. But I got they sent me that Granite Mega, and it's a nickel metal truck, just like my boat is a nickel metal boat ready to run. But you pull the pin on the ESC, guess what? 2S LiPo. 2S LiPo woke it up. So that hard case one that we got, Dave, for that Carmen Gia, that's what I run 2S LiPos with. So I do have some hard case packs, just none of my 6S stuff has it yet.
Right. Yeah, Ryan, and I just started thinking to myself, like, I've got two of the hard case 5000 4S packs that I run in the Creighton. Like, I'm just going to skip 6S and go straight to 8S and run both these bitches in it.
You know what's crazy? So as an airplane guy, you'll sit there and think, yeah, I only got one run. But the runs on surface stuff is so much longer than a flight.
Right.
It's like 20 minutes.
Dude, 10, 15, maybe 20 if you're a real wimp. But no, that's a good run. I mean, when I'm going out bashing, when you guys see my Outcast video, the one was real short because everything was out of frame. But then I went back out after I maxed the punch, and that whole video is maybe 12, 15 minutes, and there's a bunch cut out of it, and it's only one set of batteries.
What? How much of a difference did that make? Putting punching the punch up.
A lot. So next run, so I did the first of all, if you're flying these trucks, you can always tell when you don't have the throttle response right where you want it. And I get in a hurry and just run these ready to runs without calibrating the throttle. So the first run, it felt like it was a little bit behind on that big 8S Outcast, but I still got along. But it was taking, it's like when you have too much expo and it feels like it takes all the stick. So it felt like it took all the trigger. And so took it home, calibrated the throttle, set the punch to max punch 5, and then set the brake, cranked it up from the default and moved it to 62.5. And then so that second run, you guys saw it, it's longer. It was way more responsive, but it was still on the stock 19-tooth pinion. Now I'm on the provided, so they send a 23-tooth pinion as well. So I put that on, and I'm going to take it out in front of the camera again. If I can't get a backflip out of it, I'm going to keep moving that pinion up because I want a backflip out of a stunt truck. You know what I'm saying? I was so close. If you guys saw that video, I was so close, and then I bailed. Because I'd rather land on the tail with the wing and everything than the nose. And, man, that thing, I broke an A-arm. That was it. I mean, it's a 25-pound truck. I'm sending it to the moon, and I stacked it on its butt, and that's all that happened. I mean, I can't believe how tough they are. I really need to take it out next to my X-Max because they're basically the same size, but the X-Max is tremendously lighter weight than the Outcast. But I love my Arma stuff, and working on them is really easy. And guys, seriously, airplane questions are absolutely fine. So I know not all of you want to hear the surface stuff, and that's cool. We're having a good time. I'm loving all RC right now, and it kind of is what it is. Kenny bought a MiG-29 last night. I hope you got your $40 savings. Thanks for doing that and using my links, Kenny. Thank you for that. Guys, if you're not following Hangar 51, check them out, man.
Especially Kenny, you're gonna like that plane.
Especially you masochists.
If you want a show to watch for 9 hours straight, Thursday night, it's the only place to be.
He's your guy, dude. He's got Thursday night, Friday morning cover.
I've actually met Kenny now in person. He's a super nice guy. I got to watch him fly.
He's awesome.
I got to watch him fly an airliner. He was flying a glider. He was at that event last week. Kenny's a super cool guy, guys. We giving him a hard time because we like him.
RC needs a Gilda Radner. You know what I'm saying?
If you haven't noticed, us guys here on YouTube, we're a group of guys that likes to give each other a hard time. Just like if we were buddies that saw each other every day. I talk to Ryan and I talk to Dave every other day at least. I talk to Dave every day. I mean every day. And, with your buddies, guys, you got to give them a hard time every once in a while or you're not having fun.
Every day.
Every day.
See, Air Marshal's kind of windy, though. So I only will answer the phone when I know I've got
windy?
time.
We're talking to Pilot Ryan Media tonight.
So?
I'm giving you a hard time.
I am too. Seriously, I love my dudes, but I got to have time to talk to them.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
Because me and Dave can go on and on and on, can't we, dude?
Oh yeah, and that's why it was so much fun. I knew that it was going to be kind of a blast because there's another guy that's awfully windy named Jason Merkel, and when he asked me to be on the Horizon Hangout, I was like, dude, that's going to be the longest Horizon Air Hangout
and
ever.
It was.
And it was. So let's talk about airplanes a little bit because I know some of you guys want to.
Why not?
And anybody's got any questions on these, we'll kind of divert tactics now. You know what I mean? I think a little bit. We'll try. It's hard to sometimes because I'm having a great time with Surface. But if any of you guys have questions about the SCX-24 or any one of these particular SCX-24, we discussed how we were going to do this collab weekend in depth. And we decided, I thought it made sense that we would already have our videos out. So some of you saw them before the show. So I wanted you to, knowing that we were doing surface, not airplanes, I wanted you guys to feel like you didn't get blindsided with the surface deal, and that you were in on it and had some context to kind of understand what we were talking about. So that's what you're going to see the rest of the weekend. If you have questions, watch Boozer's video, ask questions in the comment section. Watch Air Marshal's video, ask questions in the comment section. Middle thickness of the cellophane they use to protect the. I mean, you got it with Dave.
Right.
And then if
and
you've
they're
got,
all different.
That's right, man. And then if you've got questions for me, obviously put them in the comment section. But check those videos out if you like us. We're not trying to twist your arm, but we're just sharing our experience with the hobby. And it is kind of a different kind of game sometimes. Thinking about being YouTubers and things like that, we're having a good time. So,
and if you like what you see, hit the like button. And as Kevin Talbot says, if you suck, hit the thumbs down.
That's right.
Yep. So
I love that. So anyway, thanks for dealing with the surface talk. We're going to do it all weekend. And we're going to be releasing the videos tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So you're going to see all of us running boats. And then when do you go live on Monday, Dave?
At 8, so we'll release them at 7 again.
We'll release them at 7 again, and that way you guys can see these videos. You can hop in the conversation with us. And you want to see my boat real quick? Just real quick?
Sure. Let's tease it.
All right.
Grab it. And we can still talk airplanes a little bit. You know us guys. We're all three mainly airplane guys, but
saying the orange, my gosh, it's perfect. It's like a perfect match.
Look at that. And I was just telling them, they all know we're airplane guys mainly, but we like it all. So, hey, we got to do it all.
Look at that thing, man. This is pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. And, man, look at it against that red cat. It's like the same orange.
It needs a trailer behind that red cat, I'm telling you.
That would be slick, dude.
And back it into
my nose. I have mine came with a protective nose, and I go over this in the video. But there you go. I take my nose off.
That looks way better, dude. It's cool.
It is. It's something different,
I was surprised. And listen, guys. I mean, they call it a stealth wake, honey Chuck. On mine anyway. I think Dave's got a shockwave, but this
is the Jet Jam.
And I have the React
Jet Jam. I've been in this hobby for a while, and I've got to do planes that I honestly would never be pining over. I know how it is, guys. We love our warbirds, we love our jets, some big civilian stuff. We kind of shop it and put it in our cart, and we hang out and we think about it and we watch videos and we, pine over these things. Well, I'm fortunate enough to be in a position where I've done videos on planes that I honestly could have gave a rip less about. But because of that, it has stretched me. So it's good for me to still fly beginner planes. It's good for me to fly stuff that that's not on my radar. And I think the same thing goes for some of this stuff. I was all pumped up about that FMS Jeep, which it's all about the rabbit holes that we choose to go down in life. So I'm like, okay, cool. Besides being a military Jeep, it's a crawler. Let me get some kind of experience with a crawler. So the Deadbolt was, for me, the green one, the best big value, look cool to me, that I could get at the time. And, man, what a surprise. I loved it. Give things a try every now and then. And I think that's kind of what's up with this budget week. Winter's going to happen to some of you guys. Bad weather's going to happen to some of you guys. If you just want to play, these little things are fun.
Agreed.
And I'm surprised by it.
I am.
It was never on my radar at all. None of this stuff. But I'm having a blast.
The little boat, and this is just part of that, where you don't expect something to be good, Or, well, you expect it to be good, but you don't expect it to be like, wow, that's amazing. I've got several boats, and I've got some that are very, very expensive compared to this one. And when they flip over, you get to wait for 3 hours for the thing to come back to the shore. These little ones, they designed this to where it flips over, and it automatically flips itself back over. It's so nice. If you, coming from a boat guy that's had it where they flip over and they just stay upside down, and you're like, oh crap. It's so nice when you see things that have been thought of in these other products, you know. And to be honest, I could never flip this boat over. I tried to, and you'll see it in my video. I tried. And I
did some pretty sharp
this
turns
thing's up
that
90 degrees, and it's not flipping over. And I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Is that one of the... They have self-riding boats
This
now.
is a self-riding boat, but I never had to use it. So the way it does it is there's a little hole in the back, and it fills up with water on one side, and it makes it roll back over. And I never had to use that. Not to go down that rabbit hole, that's for tomorrow night, but dude, it's amazing. Same thing with the Habu, what you were saying. You know, I probably wouldn't have bought a Habu. I'm past the trainer stage, but this airplane really surprised me how well it flew. Not just as a trainer plane. If I were to have bought a plug-and-fly version of it, I would have been happy with this airplane. 4S powered, it flies fantastic.
It takes sideways, like, weird, bad hand launches really well. Also.
It does it? Because from what I saw, you crashed it right in the dirt.
So,
and then I picked it up and...
I will agree there. And you had the ejection seat come off on it.
Oh, my gosh. I've got it fixed up now, poor Joe. But we're going to take him back out with that thing. And I actually bound up the I wanted to call it the yardstick. I don't know why. The air tractor for safe. And I flew it on safe today just because I wanted to see what it was all about. Mm-hmm. So I knew what to tell Joe when we get him some stick time on it. I prefer it without it. But...
well, I prefer any airplane without it, but it's nice for it's there.
3S for the first time today. You know, when I did our video on it, I did 3200 4S, and that was it. So today I flew it on a 2200 3S, and it was awesome.
Yeah, my last video I did on the air tractor last week, was a 3S Grassops flight. And I flew nothing but out of the grass, touch and goes.
I gotta watch that.
Super stable airplane.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I did Grassops on P39 today. That'll be coming out this week.
Yeah, I've got to try the P39. That one looks great.
It's awesome.
So
P39 on 4S is a bad mamma jamma.
So Amy got her Habu today.
Did she now? You told me about that.
She did. Amy's Habu is here, and we're gonna start getting her flying on
Shadow,
a jet.
take care, bro. Shadow, take care. Come back, man. Cool off and come back.
So, Air Marshal, what's it gonna be like to review something other than a receiver?
I don't know, man. I've never had to do that before. And like I really need to figure out a different way to make videos, right? Because like the tutorial educational thing, you know, it's like that's how I want to make videos. But
all right.
Now I've got jets and it's like I get to have fun. What?
I had to give
It's a tremendous amount of work, dude, in tutorial videos, man.
I have to say, you're making some of the videos that I don't want to make. Those receiver videos, that's hard stuff.
Yeah, dude, that's what I told him. I was like, dude, someone's got to do it. And I probably even told him, I was like, me and Wesley talked about these are like super powerful videos to have. But if you don't have the time, it's tough, you know. So someone's got to do it. And you know, as a new channel, trying to pop in what might feel like a crowded space, Air Marshal's doing it, man. He's rocking it. Look. Come on in under the wing of Pilot Ryan, y'all, and we'll do this thing, you know, because you got the ethic and the quality. You guys are doing great.
No, and it's been fun. And it's funny, looking back on it, I think it was you that kind of started it, and then I came along behind it, and then I think Air Marshal kind of started right after me. And everybody's just kind of grown together since then. And it's been a fun journey. It amazes me now, looking back. Do you remember when me and you started doing this and we were going, man, how we're going to go on live together? How do we do it, What is it?
I still don't know how.
You want to put an overlay? What is that?
I still don't know how. Well, I remember the first time. So I really wanted to do guests in the first place, and I couldn't work it out, and so I gave up with the OBS stuff. And then a few months later, I went back to OBS, and I was like, well, forget the guests, but let me drag in some sources, and started dragging in some pictures. And you were like, how'd you do that? And I told you, and then the next week or two later, y'all are like working for ESPN. I mean, you had it dialed in. You know what I mean?
Give me the tools to success, and we'll figure it out. And let's be honest. She's not on camera right now, but there's
Lori's a badass.
The girl behind the camera, guys. Y'all don't see her very often, but she's the reason our channel looks like it does. It ain't nothing to do with me. I'm just a pretty talking head.
I know that's right.
I'm a pretty talking head, but that shirt that Ryan's wearing, that logo you guys are seeing, anything all back here stuff, you're seeing, that's that girl right over there. And without her, none of this stuff would happen. So big thanks to Laura.
Anytime I do a show with a guests, or like a giveaway, it's been Lori and Wesley, mostly Lori, and Dave. You guys are my producers always. It's always Air Marshal or Wesley. There she is, ground control to Major Tom. She's probably scrolling through on some scrapbook.
She's like, stop looking at me.
It's like, what are you doing? She's the best.
And you'll be seeing her all week. Yeah. End.
So airplanes, we got a bunch of, you guys, my wife is so busy with the kids, there's no way I can put her to work, and I want to really bad, but it's not happening. And I have probably about burnt that candle at both ends as long as I could and can. Like, I got to get somebody to help me out, or another computer or something. I got to figure out how to put it out more, because I'll go capture the video, but I can't get them processed through quick enough.
So
I keep going out and making new content, but I'm like, this backlog is getting bigger.
I don't understand what you're talking about. I have a Lori. You just need to get one.
Get a Lori?
Yeah. They're worth every penny.
So like I said, my wife is just like, it's not happening. We're homeschooling this year, 3 little kids. She's like, I don't know. She's like, no.
Yeah.
Bobby's freed up a little bit, so I'd be able to, I think, get together with him a little more often and hopefully pick our day, man. Because I swear, the wind comes up on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Every bloody week.
So,
dude, we were 90-degree cross today.
Guys are wanting to see some airplane stuff. If you don't mind me butting in for just a second, Air Marshal, what do you got sitting behind you for a second here? I heard somebody sent you something.
Tell them what you're going to do with it, Marshall.
Inverted tail scrapes?
Thanks, George.
Inverted tail scrapes.
Pilot Ryan style with the Habu?
My problem was it wasn't fast enough.
Oh, okay.
Should have been faster.
So I am the proud recipient of a plane that I've actually wanted for a long time. This is the FMS PC-21 Pilatus, and it has been around for a while. This isn't a new plane, but it's always been a favorite of mine. I love the 5-bladed propeller, even though they're not that efficient. I love the way it looks. I've seen them fly. I love the way they fly. I love that it's a tricycle landing gear,
Is
and
it 1.1?
yeah, it's an 1100. And it's 4S capable. And the reason that it was sent to me is because I am going to be turning that into a smart plane with the new AR630 receiver and a 45 amp Avian ESC. So I'm going to be taking that and converting it over to smart technology. And my goal is that's going to be the capstone airplane of the uh, like the AR637T series. Even though it's not an AR637T that I'm putting in it, it's still forward programming. It still gets programmed the same way. So this is going to be like the capstone event where my goal is to take the airplane built, strip all the electronics out of it, go to the field, and install the electronics, program the thing, fly it, and tune it all in one video, just to show that it doesn't take the videos to learn how to do it are long, but once you get the concepts, forward programming is a very easy thing to do. So the idea is to install the receiver at the field, program it and have it flying, and get it tuned all in the course of one video.
Nice.
And we'll see how it works out.
Receiver
Yeah,
man. Receivers.
You never. I'm going to answer a couple questions here. Dana's RC asked, "Where's Captain Mike?" Joseph Youngblood asked, "Ryan, is it possible to build the runway there in a different direction?" So I'm going to answer Youngblood first because it's easy and quick. No, can't do it. It runs. We'd be into the crops. It's just not in the works. And I'm at this point I'm used to it. You know what I mean? And then where is Captain Mike? So let's see. I'm trying to think up something funny to say here, but I really got nothing. So I got a couple things going on at once here. So Captain Mike is doing other things now. He's just not interested, and that's okay. So he's moved on. I mean, he hadn't been interested for a while. I kept the name of the channel, me and him, for months after we had left our previous. I don't want to say employer, but we had a contract kind of relationship, and even months after we had already gone, he just never got the gusto back. So it wasn't really. He was just done and ready to move on. He could always come back. I kept the name, hoping that he would get back into it. Love him to death, but he's doing other things. And part of what he's doing these days doesn't involve airplanes with military insignia on it. He's had a change of heart, I suppose, in the way of religion, I guess. So that's what's up with Captain Mike. He left.
Yeah, we miss him. He was cool. But let's be honest, who was the rock star the whole time?
Captain Mike.
Oh, is it stick it under pants or something?
Stick it monkey pants. No, dude, man. Me and hey man, I did not run him off.
I know. Oh, Bobby the Builder ain't too bad though.
No, Bobby's awesome.
I've been digging Bobby. He is one hell of a pilot too.
Bobby's awesome, and I.
And you're making him a good cameraman.
That just the best things just happen.
Right.
You can't plan them. But Captain Mike's was a great cameraman. He liked to fiddle too much though. He'd get something figured out on the camera, and then instead of leaving it alone, just keep on like trying to, I don't know what. And I'm the guy who always had to fix the edits, the color, the all this stuff. And we talk about edits on video, and it's like people think we're cutting up the videos and showing you the best of the best. When I say edit, it's color value, it's brightness, it's zooming it in, it's cutting out the baloney where some loud motorcycle went by or something,
dog was
while
barking.
during the intro or whatever.
Yeah, dogs barking is ridiculous.
Dogs. So that's what editing is. But so my camera is a camcorder. It's made for doing video. It's got kick that dog. It's got it's got a lot of features that are great for doing video. That's why it's a camcorder. Well, Mike always wanted to use those DSLR, shut the door or something. And
there we go. He muted it.
Even me, who's a camera like nothing.
Lori, give Ryan the full screen for a second.
Has figured out how to do auto exposure.
Here, we're gonna give you.
So like being the guy who does the edits. Yeah, split me with Wesley or something.
We're gonna give you full screen for a minute.
Okay. Being the guy who does the edits, whatever footage you start with, as long as give me the comments back if you can. Thank you, Lori. Being the guy who does the edits, it's nice having footage that's not a complete mess. So Mike was awesome. He always shot in manual, and he never shot in auto exposure. So on one side of the field, I'd have to edit for that side, and for the other side, I'd have to color correct for that. Now we shoot in auto exposure, but it's still manual focus. And it's a lot less work. Bobby does an amazing job on the camera. And it's not easy to do camera well. It's hard. I do the best I can, but it's tough. So yeah, trying to give kudos there to Bobby's great. Bobby's great. And he's all in, man. He's all in. So we're talking about airplanes. Yeah, George, Bobby's a good time. So what airplane did Dave just give away? Thanks, George. I try. I tell you, I will never quit trying. That's the thing. Because here's the secret that I'm telling how many people? 80 people? 100 people? How many folks we got? 73 because they didn't want trucks. That's cool. That's all right. That's why there's an RC truck playlist. You can watch them or not. It makes sense for me to keep the channel though instead of start a new one. I've got too much. I got too much time in. But what was I talking about? I just pulled a Biden. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Did you touch somebody?
No, I sniffed their hair.
I said nothing in this. Leave me out of it.
Okay. Thank you for the comments back. You can save me there, Lori. Appreciate it. So, all right. We got a Blue Angel sitting back there. Dave's got his Free Wing 90.
I saw a bunch of guys asking about it earlier.
Yeah, so someone kept asking like
Thanks, John.
to see the Blue Angel, so I figured I'd clear out the tape. That's why y'all had to look at my butt for a little while. I was clearing off the table so I could put the Blue Angel out for you guys to see.
And if you want to see a 90mm F-18 in stock configuration, rolling the dice on the elevator setup, I took mine out the other day. So check it out on the channel. It was awesome.
Mine does have high-tech servos in it now, so mine is not stock.
Nice.
Gotta be honest.
And Dana, in response to that statement, Bobby's freed up. There's some big changes going on for him and Pilot Ryan Media. So you'll see him in the future, guys. Stay tuned. A lot of people talk So I'd rather walk. Y'all will see it soon enough. But yeah, I think we're going to have a lot more. Bobby used to work till 6. I'm off when I'm done. So some days it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock rock. Time for some stovetop. You know what I'm saying? But we'll be able to get some things done, I think, during the week now, which is super exciting. So we can pick our day, and it doesn't have to always be. We don't go out in that 90-degree crosswind to show off.
It's because that's the only day you can fly.
It's the only day we can fly, and the thing is, too, it's always new planes. So it's not like when you get to pick what you want to bring, what can handle the crosswind better than other stuff. You know what I mean? You got your favorites for that situation. Well, not when it's new. You don't know what it's going to do.
I feel you. I flew that whole event this weekend, so I did a competition with the EC 1500. Spot landing, guess your speed, guess your time. I'd never flown the airplane before the event. But I needed to fly it. And I ended up getting the silver medal.
Nice.
Dude, that plane, the EC 1500, it does not get enough love. The E-Flight EC.
Did you have, was it full aileron?
I went full aileron on mine, not flap. I was able to 3D it. And that plane is so much different than what I thought it was going to be. And there'll be videos coming in the future, and Ryan already has videos on it. That plane's been out for a while, no secret. But guys, I can't recommend that airplane enough.
Let me ask you this: Did it have? Was it a plug and play, or was it the bind and fly?
Bind and fly.
Did he tweak it at all?
Stock right out the box.
Stock right out the box. Because I know some guys. So Bobby and Adam and I, we fly together, and Adam's really pretty good at diving into the receivers as well, and he'll find that some of the AS3X or some of the throws were limited. And so flying the EC 1500, you look at it, and for me, it looks like it ought to knife edge well.
And mine did.
But it's man, there's not enough throw unless you
mine knife edged
undo
like a boss.
some of that.
So maybe they've changed it. I've heard they've changed the props in that airplane.
It could also be we were too
hub.
nose heavy.
I flew mine with a 5000 4S in the nose. So 5000 4S, biggest battery I could fit in the thing, and it didn't feel nose heavy. I loved it.
What's up, Dad?
You also had one a long time before me, so who knows if they've updated or modified. It was an early one.
It was one of the. It was first batch kind of stuff. I wasn't getting early products then, but I was getting.
But
starting to get them.
They do update and upgrade as they get feedback on these airplanes, and things may have changed over the time since when I got it. Maybe they changed AS3X in the airplane, but I can tell you how it is now. That plane is magic. Magic.
EC 1500, George.
I guess I can grab it real quick if they want to know what I'm talking about.
Hang
on, let me grab it.
Get it, man. Get it. What's up, Nate? Hey, I got a question for you. So, Nate, I got a question for you. So, I brought my F-22 out today. I've got an FMS fan in it, 90 millimeter. I had to hog it out for it. I was actually flying on a 5500 roaring top, and it was awesome. I mean, we should have had it on video because I was giving it hell and
put my headset
inverted alphas and all kinds of stuff. And then I flew it on a 4000. I was going to fly it on the lightest packs I could absolutely do today, and I'm flying it on the 4000. And this is after I just owned the flight on the heavier pack. And it's that crazy crosswind and stuff. So I'm screwing around on the 4000, and instead of just landing it, I'm wanting to land it as absolutely slow and high alpha as possible. The landing was okay, but I was so slow I didn't have any wind over my surfaces, and it just weather vaned and went right into the gate. Right into the gate. So here I have my F-22 that's been through hell. motor fans have blown out the back. I've belly landed it going too low. I mean, but never been crashed, but been through the ringer. And then after a good landing, I roll it into the stupid gate. So mad. So I don't want to get a new fuselage because the fan that I have to go in it is an FMS fan that you have to hone out the hole to fit in there. And you have to do it well because those shrouds are plastic. And if you get it out around, you know, it's awful. So here's my question for Nate. I am fitting to get like a new fuselage, and is there a 90 millimeter in runner that's not an 8S system at Motion? Because I have not been paying attention to Motion for a while. So, but I love that F-22. So okay, Dave. So what's the because I'll get a new fuse. I just don't want to re-hone it out for an FMS fan. I want to try one of those 90 millimeter in runners or something.
That upgraded fan for the F-18 is fantastic.
Okay, so get that and a fuselage or an ARF Plus.
Well, there's now a high-performance 6S version of the F-22 with an in-runner.
What? No, there's not.
There is. They're sneaky with those, man.
Wait, I was looking today. I didn't see it. Anybody want to buy a beater F-22? Because I'm fitting to get a new one. Let's see.
So whoever was asking earlier, this is an EC-1500. I got it on front of me.
So wait. Yeah, there's the EC-1500. So Nate, the plug and play has the in runner in it now? Just straight up?
Maybe.
Or do you have to get?
There might be an HP version of it. That's normally how they label them.
I just don't want an 8S. I don't want to deal with 8S.
Nah, don't need it.
Unless it's trucks.
Yes, the new free wing F-22 Raptor high performance 90 millimeter EDF jet plug and play.
Is it in stock?
Yes.
All right.
And it's
you guys got a lot of super chatting to do to get me this jet.
It now has a 1900 kV in runner.
What page?
9-blade.
How far? What page? 1, 2, or 3? Mobile.
I hit search and I typed F-22.
Son of a gun. I'm on a phone. What'd you hit? What'd you type in?
F-22.
F-22.
Duh. Let's see.
Can't hardly see behind this thing.
So the high performance 90 millimeter EDF comes with that dope in runner we're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, 1900 kV in runner.
It's probably the same in runner that comes in the high performance F-18 now.
I bet it is.
Well, the F-18 and the F-22 both came with the same outrunner power system.
Right.
In their 6S.
I was going to say, it's probably the same one. And if it is, the F-18 with the new motor is insane. The difference in performance is night and day. You can take off and go straight up and never stop. I literally think it has 1-to-1 thrust weight ratio. It's amazing. And how fast it is, stupid.
Yeah, it's the same motor and fan unit in both the F-22 and the F-18.
Yeah, in the F-22 it'd be amazing.
So, and it comes with... So somebody do the math real quick, Dave. So like ARF Plus, and can you just buy that?
It's more. I can already answer your question. If it's going to be cheaper to buy the motor.
Yeah, and I need the ESC anyway, right, for the high power deal.
It's going to be cheaper to buy the whole plane.
It's the same ESC if all you wanted to buy was just the EDF unit and the motor, but I think even the ARF Plus with just the EDF unit and the motor would still be more than buying the plug and play.
Yeah. All right.
Or you can buy an EC-1500.
I have already had one.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
So is the HP version of the F-22 the one you landed gear up one time? No, it's not. That one had an FMS fan in it, and it's for sale. 062.
But no, for real, if you get a chance to fly the F-18 with that motor in it, it makes a difference. And I've been wanting to put that new motor in my F-15 also, because I have the F-15 just like you do.
My F-15, I love it, but man, it needs something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So I'd like to try it with that in-runner motor in my F-15.
The F4 probably needed it too.
I've seen the F-15 with that motor in it, and it looks like a completely different airplane.
Well, I just did it.
You bought the F-22?
Yep.
You won't be disappointed. It's amazing.
I know. I love it. Like, I'm so mad at myself. I can fix it, but I'm just like...
Yeah, but when you fly it with that new motor, I'm telling you, that new motor is insane. The difference.
Nate, you're the best.
There you go. That paid your taxes on it.
No, not even. So, awesome. You know, the F-22 is one of those planes. You know, there's some planes I have that I just know if I pile it up, I'm want to have one. And the F-22, you know what else? Another reason why I brought out the F-22 today is because I kind of think that new Big MiG is going to kind of feel that way as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like just big and light, able to nose up, and my F-22, I love it. I think with more power, it will be even better. What's your flight time like on those high performance setups?
3.5, 4 minutes.
Typical then. Right.
I mean, let's be honest. You're flying a jet. You don't fly it at half throttle. You're ripping it, and
I do.
You fly half throttle, or you rip it?
I do both, man. But I love there's some jets that I want to rip, and there's some jets I want the nose up.
Realistically, 3.5. Realistically,
I wish I had this stuff on film today. I had that super. I had the battery when I was flying the heavy pack. I had it back a bunch, and then when I was flying the 4000 in it, I had it about in the same place. And I went up and did a full rudder, full opposite aileron, full up elevator, give it a little throttle, kind of pump it, get it started. And I had the slowest flat spin I've ever seen out of that thing. It was sick.
Yep.
And like dangerously all the time I needed to recover, you know. George Watts, appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you so much, you guys.
You know, you said it a minute ago, and you're going to be surprised by this, but this airplane's one of the ones that I'll keep forever. The EC-1500. I'm telling you right now.
Kenny loves his.
Surprise the heck out of me. This is an airplane.
Must be the water in Florida.
This is the airplane. I want to keep this one forever. Dad was like, "Can I have that one?" I was like, "Nope."
Nope.
It's fine. You can fly a little bit, but it's fine. I love it.
They're neat. Bobby flies the dog fiddlings out of the one I had.
I love it. Love it.
7 minutes, Nate.
I could see it if you were just cruising around, kind of quarter throttle, hanging out
on an F-18.
Yeah, I could see it.
What?
I got like 5 out of mine by accident once.
I'm so glad. You know, I'm glad these companies compete.
Me too.
Because honestly, dude, the FMS Horizon relationship made it where we were getting a lot of in-runners and stuff, and it was all more efficient. And I was fine. You know, I worked there for 5 years. I wasn't flying other stuff. I wasn't. I didn't have time. I had plenty of work to do. And so getting to fly FMS, seeing the E-flite models, experiencing what I consider efficiency of an in-runner and extended flight times, I started boasting it in the videos. And the whole, I'm glad to see it happening in motion. Guys, thanks so much for these chats.
Except for you, Victor.
No, thanks for him. He says only for jets. Sorry, not cars. That's okay. That's okay. You guys.
You need a truck.
Listen, just, you know, you don't have to like the cars, but If you don't like the car videos, the truck videos, make sure you give it a thumbs down anyway. At least do some. At least do some.
And we're still gonna talk planes. We're not.
I'm not starting a car channel. I got too much time invested in this one. I can't do it.
But we like them all, so we want to play with them.
I've already started from zero basically twice on YouTube. Like, I'm not doing it again to do trucks.
Right.
So, anyway.
I get it. Every once in a while you want to do a truck, though, and it's fun to just do it on your main channel. I get it.
For a minute, I was asking you guys what I should do. And I haven't been asking anymore, have I?
Have fun.
Because
the biggest thing I can say, and this is for me too, have fun with what you're doing. If people want to watch it, they're going to watch it. If they don't, they just won't. Whatever. On to the next video, and the next week you give them something else.
That's it. There's choices. And like I was saying the other day, like these channels become like their own network. So, yes, it's a YouTube channel, but on my channel, there are multiple channels. There's a Arrows RC playlist, which is like a channel. There's a RC Jetworks playlist. There's a truck playlist. You know what I mean? So I have other playlists too, like training videos. And then if you guys like the old vintage World War II training films, I have a playlist of those too. And there's someone else's channel, just like on Air Marshal Spectrum videos. That's a playlist on my channel, but they're his videos, right? So those old World War II training films are pretty sick, and they're actually a good way to learn maneuvers. I'm not kidding you.
No, I agree.
I've learned how to do maneuvers off of those videos. And Golden, what's up? Good to see you, everybody. We're talking about airplanes. We're having a good time. I just bought an F-22 because I just can't stand the thought of having to fix my nose. I think I might make the F-22 I have. I may strip it down, hand launch style.
No gear, no nothing.
No gear, no nothing.
It'll be fun.
Keep it as light as possible. Stupid and slow. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've already belly landed it numerous times already. So, what's the diff?
You want to talk about loosen, guys? We're talking about cars here. I bought a submarine this week.
You're nuts. How are you going to film that?
52-inch submarine. You want to talk about
GoPro
something?
can go underwater.
You want to talk about?
Put a GoPro on a stick.
I got a 52-inch Gatto American World War II submarine coming this week. My buddy RC Jet Dude talked me into it finally.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So you want to talk about losing everybody? I don't even know if I'm gonna put it on the channel yet. But I've always wanted one.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
You know,
you got to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And the funny part is I mean, I think at the end of the day, yeah, we all like surface stuff, and we all, I mean, I like the boats and cars and trucks and submarines and helicopters and drones and airplanes, but I think we love airplanes. It wasn't hard to get us distracted.
Right.
And be like, I'm putting all the trucks away and getting out this.
Right.
For real.
For real. I like helicopters. I like trucks. RC airplanes are always going to be my number one, just like Pilot Ryan. But we still like playing with stuff. George Watts, I can't let you see it yet. It's not here yet. I'll show it to you when it gets here.
I'm excited about the P-39 on grass because, everybody knows the P-39's got that big, long, gangly nose gear. I shot touch and go after touch and go, bounced a couple, everything on the one flight. Tucked up the landing gear, no edits, no cuts. Perfecto. It's fine. So, guys, honestly, the only reason I did grass today was because I wanted another excuse to fly that thing. It's so fun, right? The P-39, I say it in all the videos I've been making of that thing. It really is quick access to a badass warbird without having to worry about ground handling. The character of that P-39 on 4S feels like a Mustang mixed with a Spitfire mixed with a P-40, and then on landing like a Trojan. Just you gonna look good in front of your friends on that P-39. At least better than you will a tail dragger. It just trikes are nice for that. I love that thing on 4S. It just rips.
I've always wanted to try that airplane. That was one that I'm sad I haven't got to try yet, because you guys know, at the end of the day, I'm a Warbird guy. I always wanted to do their T6. I missed that one. I'm so sad I missed the T6. It's gone now.
That's the best foamy T6 I've ever
It's
flown.
gone now. That one's gone.
And I've flown them all that were foam.
The PT-19 Stearman, I've always wanted to try that one.
17,
or PT-17,
yes.
excuse me. That one's still around. I'd like to try that one.
Yes. I wish it was 1.2 instead of 1.1.
Their Spitfire.
I would have it if it was 1.2.
Their Spitfire, though, the 1.2 Spitfire, still my favorite Spitfire of all of them. I've had them all.
I flew Dennis Farley's Spitfire in Texas. That's the first time I flew. I think one of those was there. I had flown the Corsair and the Blondie.
Did he have it on 3S or 4S?
Oh, dude, he's a 4S.
4S
dude, man,
is
and it was
magic
awesome.
on that plane. Oh, it's so good.
It is pretty dope, dude. I mean, the 1.2 Flightline Spitfire is bad to the bone.
It is. This is one of the few times. I'm going to be honest. I'd rather have the Spitfire, though, from E-Flight. It flew better to me. It landed easier. It flew better to me. Now, their 1600 Spitfire, love that airplane. But for a guy that can only afford a 1200 and only has the room in his car for the 1200, I'd get the E-Flight. It's not made anymore.
I want all the 1.2s.
I do too.
I want all the 1.2s, and I want to figure out like a super slick and easy landing gear mod. The only thing that bothers me about the 1.2s is the fact that I love suspension so much. Yeah. I know it doesn't make sense to put them on it, and then I'm just so bloody busy I don't mess around with changing the tires out. But that's my only thing that would be the icing on the cake, because they fly so good, but they land so stiff. I just want I just got to put soft tires are the best, cheap, easiest mod you can do. Yep. Dave Brown's are nice and light. Every time I talk about tires, everybody wants to say low bounce, but I think not on the low bounce, because I think they're too heavy, and also they're round. So unless you space them out from the axle, the strut up and down, you always are in the brakes. Yep. The wheels are rubbing the axles. Every time I put Dubros on a plane, I always had to cut back the plastic fake clad, scale bits that they would put on those metal wires. And space out the Dubro tire. Usually also put a sleeve of brass over the axle so it didn't waller around. So that's why if I'm going with like rubber tires, I'm going to go with Robarts, because at least you get the bushings for different size axles and super scale looks, and you can hide your wheel collar like inside the hubcap, so to say.
I did do the Dubro.
Chris, that's FMS.
I did do the Dubro low bounces on the E-Flight Air Tractor, and they were a perfect fit. Didn't have to do anything. Stuck them on there.
Yeah, well, they don't no retracts on those.
Loved it on that airplane. But yeah, I get.
It's the straight up and down Warbird gear that don't want to do, like any civilian thing with fixed gear.
Stick them on there and go.
You'll fit the low bounce on there, and not have too much trouble. Sometimes they're kind of heavy, but not too bad. And yeah, Chris, I hear you, man. Those wheels are hard. FMS does the same thing, and a lot of those planes you're talking about are made at that factory, so
might be made by FMS.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it is. So they're hard, and on the FMS planes they're usually bigger, and they're suspension, so it doesn't bother us as much, but they're still hard as rocks,
so good times.
It is good times. So let's see.
I still say my favorite, and I always shout this out, of all the 1.2 birds, though, is the Mr. Hankey P-47.
I would love it even more. If it had a different paint scheme, I would love it even more.
That airplane, I just can't get over it. That one flies so good. A P-47, no matter what size, flies good. The FMS was great. My Nexa is great. But that E-Flight 1.2 is still my favorite. Put a 3000 4S in the nose of it and go fly for 8 minutes and just have a ball.
I got to get another one. Same thing. It needs soft tires for me. 1.5 Mustang isn't hard to land if you know how to handle a tail dragger, shallow approach, and not a lot of flaps. Chris says you got to put one wheel down at a time. What I do is bounce it around like it thinks it's Janet Jackson, and then I go back out and redeem myself and grease it. Touch and no.
I landed on a 3-pointer.
On a Mustang?
It was in your video. You were like, you can't land in a 3-pointer. I was just making a joke.
Yeah, not a Mustang.
I was making a joke.
The touch and no is what works for me. The touch and no. And what's ironic is I can have like beautiful touch and goes one after the other, and it's time to land, and I'll still bounce it.
I really want to fly that plane some more, but I can't.
It's gorgeous.
Kevin put her in. So
I love it.
I
love it in the air.
Now, I have seen, and I cannot recommend this, it will fly without the wingtips on it.
What will?
The Mustang. You can leave the outer wing panels off. Set up your flaps as
You've
aileron.
got to be kidding me.
You can leave the outer wheel or wings off and set up your flaps as your ailerons and fly that airplane. And it flies great, actually. And it's hilarious.
Why would you do such madness?
Crazy.
Why wouldn't you? Just to have some
You
fun.
got to be kidding me.
Oh, it's way faster, too.
Well, I bet. Clipped wings.
But yeah, if you leave the outer wing panels off and set up your flaps as your ailerons, it flies great. But I can't recommend this to anybody.
Who would do that? Those things are expensive.
But it's a lot of fun, and it makes people laugh. Oh, I forgot my wings. Well, that might have been how it happened. I forgot my wingtips.
Do you want to see mine right now? Because it's right here with the tips off.
Yeah, it'll fly great without them.
So you guys can imagine what
like
Wesley's talking about.
Yeah, it's like a P104.
I cannot recommend you do this, but I can tell you it does work.
It's not on video. It didn't happen.
If I still had one, I'd show you how to do it. Hey, I'm telling you, it works. It's funny. Members only content. I agree. Maybe it is. Clipped wing Mustang.
Did this person who can't recommend this do something like this on their own plane or witness someone else do this?
He might have witnessed it and wanted to do it really badly after that. And
then did?
Yeah. And then I've also seen the Carbon Z T28 with the outer wings cut off, and it flies great also. There you go. That plane right there will fly just like that if you set up the flaps as ailerons. But I did not recommend that because it becomes much more challenging.
That's what I was saying. It's a P104 Starfighter, dude.
No, they cannot move all the way up and down. You just have one going down and the other one going up. Or you can also set up tailerons if you wanted to go that route, and it would work too. There you go. Gav Street's seen that also. It's been done, let's put it that way, by a couple people on the internet. But yes, Carbon Z T28. I knew a guy that couldn't fit it in his car, and he cut the wings off down to like half the ailerons, and now it fits in his car, and it still flies great also.
Why didn't you just take the wings off?
Crazy.
Oh yeah, it'll fly like that. If you look hard enough, there's videos of it happening. I bet it rolls like a die. It does. Think about the F-104. It flies. How short are the wings on that? You got to remember, we got power to weight for days in RC world. So, it becomes a Reno racer. There you go. You can have the P-51 Starfighter. It's a lot of fun, though. Lockheed would be proud. I'm loving the comments right now. Clipped wing P-51. Who knows? It's crazy talk, boys. It is crazy talk. But you know, sometimes you have a little fun. You knock the wing off of your Mustang and you give it a shot and say, what the heck?
Whoever said Fry Sky, kick him out.
That's right. So, Ryan, I was just telling him also, I have also seen a clipped wing T-28 Carbon Z. And it also works.
That's nuts.
And it actually flies really well. Because you can imagine how slow the T-28 flew with the full wing. Imagine how fast it flies with half the wing.
Wow.
And it actually flies really well. Yeah, there you go. P-51 Starfighter.
That's crazy. Dennis showed me a picture of a neat P-51 without the belly deal and like wing tanks.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. It's cool looking. It's cool. Actually, I'm gonna look for the picture right now.
Yeah. So Gavin got to see the clipped wing T-28 this weekend. He was racing it with his F-16, and the T-28 was faster than the E-Flight F-16. Yeah, I've seen that.
Look at that. Isn't that cool?
It is cool.
That's crazy.
That was the bomber version.
It looks awesome. Is that Korea?
I believe so.
Situation?
Yes. Korea or Vietnam.
Dennis will know. What's up, Barry Campbell? Real quick, while we still got everybody, I don't know if we're winding this thing down. Last minute questions for the guys.
Probably we're doing this 3 days in a row. If they don't get enough of us tonight.
That's right. We're going to wrap this thing in 10 or 15 minutes max. I want to do a special shout out to my captains, all you guys who've joined the channel, crew, captains. What's the other one's called? Son of a gun.
Boozer
I forget. What is it?
That's mine. Boozer Barracks, it's mine.
Yeah, that's yours. Oh my gosh, what is it?
Co-pilots.
Anyway, Joe Bowen, Dave's RC, Mitchell Farley, Victor Shamulis, Mike Keller, Dave Kowishki, George Watts, Mike SSI, Thomas Milano, Mike Kennedy, Spencer Keith, Dennis Farley, William Mergita, Ghost 4, that's George somebody, I believe, Jones, I think, Martin Malott, thank you guys, special shout out to you guys, Barry Campbell, Isaac, all you other members of the channel, thanks so much, guys.
Hey,
it's tremendous. It's how we stay in the game, and it's nice. And listen, all the rest of you, just the best thing you can do to help a channel is to watch the videos,
all of it,
and engage with them. Tell me in the comment section how much you think it sucks. If you liked it, crew and co-pilots. That's it. Thank you, Victor. All that stuff. Mike Keller's been putting out loads of content lately, guys. Keep checking him out and beat him up in the comments too. If his SEO game is weak, let him know. These guys make videos. They're like they act like they don't care if people watch them. It's like, come on, man, you're putting out videos. Of course, you want people to watch them.
Hey,
so
I have a quick question. Yeah. I see it down there. How's Joe doing on his pilot journey?
Yes. So Average Joe. That's a good name, Isaac. You know what? We didn't have time to get out this weekend, but we're going to see a lot more from Joe. I think he's going to surprise us all when we see him again because he's been rocking the sim. He's flying the sim, fixed position, experience mode. You know, I told him, incentivized him with, you know, you fly, take off and land 3 times in experience mode, and the Habu is yours. You know, so I'm going to get him up on some other stuff. We're going to get him, I hope, into some other aircraft. I've been talking with the guys at Double H Squared. about some of this, and of course we'll document this process. Dave's RC says he's out. Busy day. See you later.
Hey, if you don't mind, my new guy too, Charlie. Guys that watched last weekend, we're doing the same kind of little deal going. He had his first kid last night, so
oh my god!
Big shout out to him and his wife Cheyenne. They had their
so
first.
He'll be he'll be needing to get out of the house.
Yes, and we'll be training him.
Yes, Wesley, help that man.
Get him away for a little bit, but he did, just to let you guys know that found out last weekend about him and knew that he had his kid coming. They did actually give birth last night to a healthy little girl, and we're excited to have him back here anytime tomorrow from the hospital. So.
Oh wow, that's cool. Nice. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah. I mean, I thought it was great to run that. See you later, Dave's RC.
I love it.
Check out Dave's RC, everybody. Everybody already does. That's in here.
That's right. The Jerry Springer of RC. We love him.
Do your thing. Do your thing, Nate. See you later. Thanks for coming by, dude. Thanks for the. I blame you for me pulling the trigger on the F-22 because you and Dave answered my questions. So I got to be honest, when I first looked at the website and I saw high performance, I just assumed 8S because that used to be what it was.
Yeah, now that one's ultra performance.
Yeah.
Okay.
High performance is just the brushless version.
So ultra has like less calories then.
Right.
Something like that.
Cool.
It's lighter.
Yeah.
Without batteries.
So yeah, I really do want to thank all you guys, and really again for me, Wesley and Dave, the best way to support the channels is to watch the videos, engage on the videos. It's cool to be members, it's cool to do super chats, but none of that stuff is required. Just come hang out, watch the videos, and think twice when you're gonna purchase things. You're gonna buy anyway. Click through one of your buddies. There's a handful of us now. Who affiliate marketing's cracked its head open wide now in RC, and I think I might have brought the hammer, but there's a lot of it to go around, so you can always pick your favorite dudes or whoever pushed you off that fence and support them through a click. You're going to make the purchase anyway, so that's the best way you can support these channels. Just keep coming around, being fun to be around. It's really nice if you're not a douchebag. We really appreciate that. But there's plenty of those guys too. Believe it. Just check the comment sections out. But yeah. And Mike Keller, I would be okay with that if these guys wanted to do that. If you see what's going on, Dave.
I do, and I can fire it up, but I gotta take a little break.
No, do your thing.
But I can fire it up and have it going. My picture will just be an empty seat.
What? Let's do that, and then we'll split.
Oh,
like if you want, if that's
no,
okay.
no, I can do that now. And just
and
put
then,
a link.
Yeah, and then we'll split. So,
and then tomorrow we'll do it all over again.
Tomorrow we're going to do it again. I'm thanking you in advance for indulging us. Trying to just keep things exciting on YouTube and for ourselves. Wesley and Dave, I think, already had the idea to approach me on this collab deal. How did this come about, actually?
This was all Wesley's idea.
That's what I thought.
Throw it.
So
at
Wesley with this crazy idea about getting a crawler, a basher, and a boat.
Three-way.
And at first, I thought that he was talking about one of us gets a crawler, one of us gets a basher, and one of us gets a boat. And then he was like, "Oh no, we're all getting all three."
Yeah,
he's spending our money for us.
Don't mess around if you're gonna do it.
What are you talking about? That's like 9 videos.
And then George Watts, appreciate it. And then
if you're gonna do it, go big.
I got the biggest boat and I got 2 crawlers, and I think I might have. It wasn't like there was a cutoff budget, but I was like, man, if I'm gonna buy something, I think I gotta want to have it. So some of the stuff was so small, I wasn't so sure, but absolutely super pumped to see these other boats running. I'm super pumped to see that the Yeti and Air Marshal's little basher, because I really have no idea what to expect from them. Those are things I've never really looked at too much. I was looking at the Yeti too when we were talking about this. I was watching the corporate videos of the Yeti, and it looked pretty cool.
It is,
But
I love it.
And I would have got it probably if Wesley didn't already like call dibs on it. And with the mini crawlers, it was kind of like there wasn't really any other choice at the time. And even the Element 124 scale thing that they've got is new and not available yet. So these things are so hard to come by, these little 124th
They're hot.
crawlers.
They're selling.
They're so popular. They're so hard to come by. Once they popped up, I was like, I'm getting two. I'm getting two because I was going to do this other one, the blue one here. But honestly, you know what, guys? I don't want to recommend stuff that I don't think you should get. I really think there's better. I think you can spend your money better on crawlers. I think the SCX 24 is a great crawler. And then if you don't want small and you want to go big, the Deadbolt, the big one, it's a big 110 scale, awesome, and it's one of the cheaper good ones, right? It's axial, it's like $299 when everything else is pushing $5. That's a pretty solid truck. Videos of it on the RC Trucks playlist, by the way. And I do want to say this. Go ahead, Dave.
Well, I was going to say that the SCX 10.2s are still great crawlers.
Awesome crawlers.
The SCX 10.3 is better.
Yes, it is. The SCX 10.3 is shooting at the TRX 4. Harb. It's got the features that the Traxxas has, plus a dig.
And some that it doesn't.
And some that it doesn't. And so it's the 10.3 is absolutely dope. And the 10.2, like I have here, is a tremendous value in a market now where all of these 110 scale really good trucks are like 500 plus. The SCX 10.2 Deadbolt 110 scale at $299 is absolutely fantastic. And so is the big monster 110th Red Cat with portal axles, a tremendous value at like, I think it's $3 too.
Oh wow, with portals. That's nice.
I could be wrong, but I think that's what's up. So anyway, guys, if you got questions about that stuff, ask them in the comment sections to those videos. We're going to be doing Surface all weekend, and we're going to be on topic at the beginning of the show, and then probably always wrap it up with a little airplane talk, circle back, and touch base.
Yep. So, guys, if you're missing it, and I just wanted to throw this out there real quick, Ryan.
Yeah,
if you're missing it, I'm putting the link for the Zoom chat in the chat. So if you want to get into like a Zoom teleconference, click on that link, download the Zoom app, and join the conference. And there's probably going to be quite a few people in there. And you can come and chat with us. And it's kind of no holds barred. Once the YouTube cameras get turned off, you know, things get wild in those Zoom chats.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. We'll be there. I want to keep this thing going, but I am going to wrap the stream. I want to thank Lori for producing. I want to remind anybody who's new to these streams to definitely check out the links in the description to get to Mary Boozer's channel and to RC Air Marshal's channel. I just think it's tremendous that guys want me to do stuff with them, to be honest with you.
Oh, we always have fun here.
It's cool. It's cool you guys asked me, and it's been a complete pain in the butt, but I mean, I really enjoy it, though. I really enjoy it. So, you know, there's nothing like having somebody ask you questions and make you stretch a little bit, and then you end up having a good time, and here I am. So it's perfect crawling these little things with my kids.
Right.
They can't hurt them. I don't want them to run my big ones. And it's the little ones are just so great for in the house or right around the yard. I just can't get over it. And so anyway, thanks for asking me to do the collab, and tomorrow we'll pick it up with the boozers, and we'll be all hanging out for that one too. But I'll see a lot of you guys in the Zoom, I guess. And are we ending this thing? We doing it?
We can do it. Had a fun time, guys. Come check out the Boozer Show tomorrow, live at 8. Hanging out with these boys right here.
Yeah, Kenny, you have the same crawler that we all did videos on tonight. Anybody late to the party, we all uploaded regular videos about an hour or two before the show tonight. So check. I mean, again, the links to everything's in the description. Wesley did a video on the truck. Air Marshal did a video on the truck. I did the Jeep and the deadbolt. So tomorrow it's going to be the same thing. We're all going to drop videos of our boat pick for budget RC weekend. And then Monday we're going to round it out with something with a little more speed. So
right.
I'm going to count this out.
I didn't chase my dogs with the boat, by the way. I didn't throw the dogs in the pool.
What the heck? Why not?
There's always a next time, you know. Lori, thanks again. My goodness, that cat's huge.
He keeps walking through the screen.
That cat's a prima donna.
Can't control the cat.
All right, guys, I appreciate you. Do those things. Click the links. Blah 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 blah. We'll see you next time, guys. We're rolling, right?
Right.
We're out of here in 5. Hanger Rats forever. 3 you later. Too good to be forgotten. See you next time. Stick a monkey pants. Any of you guys that want to hang out with us for the after show, this is not exclusive to Captains tonight. We're doing a Zoom brought to you by the Air Marshal, and we'll be there with our hair down, all right? Cool, guys. Good show, Lori. End it.
Bye.
Bye, guys.